Message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Apologies for beginning a bit behind schedule. Now, Governor Chukwuma Soludo says he is working hard to ensure that up to 400 kilometers of roads are awarded by the end of this year. Governor Soludo stated this in Awka. We have details.
According to Governor Soludo, so far, 345 kilometers of roads have been awarded, some completed, others still ongoing. Governor Soludo explained that he met crisis in road infrastructure when he assumed office, a reason why he declared state of emergency on roads and started tackling the problems straight on. He noted that he started with connecting communities that have been neglected since creation, including the 26 kilometers Amanse, Ndeba, Nduhuenu, Ndiopaleze, Awa, Ofuma Road. The over 26 kilometers Amanse Ebenebe, Ubuenu Ubene, Obofemiri Road, Ezira, Umuomako, Enugu Onya, Achena Road, Norfi Obunka Road, Anam Nzam Road, Atani, Ozobulu Road, among others. On federal roads in the state, Governor Soludo said he has so far expended 20 billion naira on construction and checking of erosion menace along Oba axis of Onitsha-Owerri Express Road, where one side of the road has collapsed completely and where he has already started intervention to avoid major calamity. Governor Soludo noted that he has not borrowed one kobo for any developmental projects in the state and made it clear that he can only borrow to cite a project which has capacity to pay for the money borrowed. He added that the Nnobi Idani Umuoji Mpo Road has recorded failure caused by erosion, which also needs urgent intervention.
Meanwhile, Anambra State Executive Council has approved the release of the sum of 1,995,405,108 naira inclusive of preliminaries, contingencies and 7.5% VAT for the construction of Oga Mbolog Road with a spur at Amaisi Road within Agwata local government area in favor of Apogee Engineering Limited, with date of completion of 10 months from the date of the payment of the mobilization fee. We have the details.
According to a release from the State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Paul Nwosu, also approved by Anambra State Executive Council, is the release of the sum of 8,682,571,747 naira for the construction of Amansi Ifite Road, Aroma Overpass Ekwueme Government House Road. The contract was awarded to Geld Construction Limited with a completion period of 18 months from the date of the payment of the mobilization fee. The reconstruction of Ugunwa Sike-Ogidi Building Material Road was equally approved for the release of the sum of 514,684,231 naira. The contract was awarded to New Idea Construction Company Limited with a completion period of 60 days from the date of the payment of the mobilization fee. The sum of 225 million naira only was approved for the execution of Phase 3 of the Solution Fund City project, covering construction of the foundation basis for park equipment at the SFC. The contract was awarded to Zongshan Construction Nigeria Limited with a completion period of 4 months from the date of the payment of the mobilization fee. Ozobulu Erosion Control Work got 983,912,969 naira 83 kobo. The contract was awarded to Tamad Construction Limited with a completion period of 8 months from the date of the payment of the mobilization fee. The erosion control work at Oba along Onitsha-Owerri Road got the sum of 554,246,760 naira 71 kobo. The contract was awarded to Benejaf International Limited with a completion period of 5 months from the date of the payment of the mobilization fee.
Anambra State government has debunked a viral video online alleging that a caterpillar engaged by Njikoka local government area to remove illegal structures blocking drainages around Nkwenuguku was involved in an accident that resulted in loss of lives along Enuguku Ring Road. A release signed by the Commissioner for Information, Mr. Paul Nwosu, said nothing can be far from the truth. We have the details.
According to the release, what the local government in question engaged was a backhoe from Anambra Road Maintenance Agency (AMA) of the Ministry of Works, which worked between 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. yesterday, September 13, 2023, without any fatal incident and did not work at Enuguku Ring Road. It's noted that the voice note in the said video was done in a bad faith to incite people against the government, pointing out that the local government has since confirmed that there was indeed an accident by a caterpillar belonging to Don Clima's boarded terminal, which reportedly bought gas at Peg petrol station and was going to Agolo from Enuguku before the unfortunate accident that led to loss of 3 human lives along Ring Road. The release disclosed that both the caterpillar and the operator were at Nibo police station, and bodies of the accident victims have been evacuated to the mortuary, while the management of Don Clima's boarded terminal was cooperating with the police in their investigation. It said government sympathizes with the deceased families and pray that the souls of their loved ones should rest in peace.
In a bid to make Anambra State the cleanest state in Nigeria, Transition Committee Chairmen of local government areas in Anambra State have been directed to create litter points where residents can dispose their wastes. A statement released by the Managing Director of Anambra State Waste Management Authority, ASWAMA, Mr. Mike Ozemena, further directed the Transition Committee Chairman to create these litter points away from the major roads to curb indiscriminate dumping of waste on the streets and highways. The statement said inasmuch as the house-to-house pickups is still on, it has been proven not to be fully functional yet. The need to create these litter points immediately. The statement thanked them for their efforts being put into the sanitation of various areas and pleaded for more sustained efforts towards making Anambra State the cleanest state in Nigeria. The statement urged residents of Anambra State to take advantage of these litter points closest to them to dispose of their waste properly, as anybody involved in indiscriminate dumping of waste will be made to face the full weight of the law. Operatives of Anti-Kidnap Squad of Anambra State Police Command have smashed another kidnap gang at Newi. According to the command's Police Public Relations Officer DSP Tochukwu Ikenga, the squad, which was on patrol with vigilante men, got information about the kidnappers' hideout and stormed the place where a kidnapped victim was found, rescued and conveyed to a hospital at Newi for treatment, while one of the suspected kidnappers was arrested. DSP Ikenga said the operatives also recovered 1 pump-action gun and 2 locally fabricated hand grenades at the hideout. He added that the Commissioner of Police, CP Aderemi Adeoye, while commending police operatives and the local vigilante on the collaboration that has been effective against criminal elements, asked them to sustain the onslaught until crime is reduced to the barest minimum and people can move around in safety. If you're just joining us, you're watching ABS Television News. Up ahead, federal government moves to strengthen bilateral relations with India. United States plans to withhold military aid to Egypt over failure of human rights issues. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. The news returns after the break.
Want to know what's coming, guys? The free beach ball! I guess I'd better start again. Oh, here we go, everybody. Free beach ball! Yes, guys, there's a free beach ball in every carton of Capri Sun. Get a carton, get a ball. It's time to play some more. Play! Capri Sun, the taste of fun.
You're welcome back to the news. Now, on the national scene, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the National President of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Dele Oye, have expressed their support for bolstering bilateral trade ties between Nigeria and India. They advocated the development of deeper economic connections, the formation of robust trade partnerships, and the promotion of increased investment that would be advantageous for both nations. The Nigerian president and the NASIMA's president made the case alongside other stakeholders at the Nigeria-India Presidential Roundtable and Conference held recently in New Delhi, India. While President Bola Tinubu reassured that his government was undertaking holistic reforms and policies across various sectors to transform Nigeria as the most conducive country for foreign investment, the NASIMA boss reiterated the need to strengthen ties and unlock new economic opportunities to facilitate growth and prosperity in both countries. On business news, the federal government, through the Ministry of Aviation and Aerospace Development, has directed the Central Bank of Nigeria to convene quarterly meetings with foreign airlines operating in the country to address the issues of trapped funds. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Kayamo, said this at the 7th ongoing aviation summit in Abuja, adding that the directive came as a result of numerous complaints from foreign airlines who had reported difficulties in repatriating their funds due to Nigeria's foreign exchange policy. The minister said a proactive approach was necessary to find a lasting solution to this ongoing issue, and that the federal government was addressing the challenges associated with foreign exchange supply, which resulted in the huge amounts owed the foreign carriers. He said that addressing the issue of trapped funds was one of the reasons the president was in the United Arab Emirates recently. He added that the current administration is open to providing tax holidays to encourage existing and new entrants into the Nigerian aviation sector. On the foreign scene, the United States plans to withhold $85 million in military aid to Egypt owing to Cairo's failure to uphold U.S. conditions on freeing political prisoners and other human rights issues. A U.S. senator said with some of the withheld funds being redirected to Taiwan. Senator Chris Murphy, a Democrat, also urged U.S. President Joe Biden's administration on Wednesday to withhold $235 million more in military aid for what he described as Egypt's egregious human rights record. Two other sources familiar with the matter told the Reuters news agency that a decision on the future of the $235 million was expected soon. Of the $85 million that is being withheld from Egypt, $55 million will be redirected to Taiwan and the remaining $30 million to Lebanon, according to a U.S. State Department letter to congressional committees laying out foreign military financing. The Egyptian embassy in Washington did not immediately respond to a request for comment. On sports news, head coach of Nigeria's male senior cricket team, Steve Tikolo, is confident the Yellow Greens can qualify for the 2024 T20 World Cup in the West Indies, adding that they must play more high-profile tune-up games to be fully ready for the second phase of the African qualifiers in Namibia from November 20 to December 1. Nigeria qualified to compete for a place in West Indies 2024 after finishing joint top in the first phase of the Africa qualifiers last year. The Yellow Greens have been training at the Tafawa Balewa Cricket Oval in Lagos. Tikolo, who doubles as the high-performance manager for other national teams, said more games would be necessary due to the cancellation of a major African tournament which the team had been preparing for recently. The coach was appointed as Nigeria's high-performance manager last year, and he made some impact by qualifying for the next phase of the qualifiers, while also giving technical assistance to the female Yellow Greens, winning the NCF T20 Invitational in April. Nigeria will square up against hosts Namibia, Zimbabwe, Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, and Tanzania as the top two teams join South Africa to become Africa's representatives at the tournament next year. South Africa have qualified for the 2024 tournament by virtue of their finish at the 2022 edition. And with our sports news, we come to the end of the news. Now remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, on Twitter at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. On the main news again, Governor Soludo is targeting 400 kilometers of road projects before end of the year. Aswama has asked Transition Committee Chairman to create litter points. Federal government has initiated measures to strengthen bilateral relations with India. And on the foreign scene, United States is planning to withhold military aid to Egypt over failure of human rights issues. The special message once again, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's continue to give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the news. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a great day.